In our previous lessons, we've learned about prices and how prices are signals for buyers to behave in a certain way and for sellers to behave in a certain manner depending on how those prices are moving. So when prices are low, it's a signal for buyers to buy, and when prices are high, it's a signal for producers to produce more so they can sell more. So what we will be taking a look at is this interaction of buyers and sellers and how the supply curve and the demand curve interact when prices change. So just a quick review. This is what we learned previously, that prices communicate information. They're signals for us to behave, and that as consumers we like low prices and sellers like to have high prices. The note guide will be available to you at Google Classroom, so you can take a look at that for those of you that are keeping those. And so I have it here that we could just use as a reference. And so some of the things we'll be looking at this week is that we want to be able to define what a surplus is. We're going to take a look at a shortage, and then we'll also want to understand what the effect of this is and how it affects prices, and to gain an understanding of what it means by market equilibrium. Let's take a look at some graphs. So here are the graphs that are familiar to us. We have our demand graph, downward sloping here. And here is our supply curve, upward sloping. And so you will recall that as the price goes up, the demand goes down. So here we are at $25, and the demand is only a unit of 1. Whereas when the price goes down, you can see that at $15, now we have a quantity demanded of 6. And then it's just the opposite for the supply curve. As the price goes up, the amount supplied will go up. So at $5, there's nothing supplied here. At $10, there is a quantity of 3. And then as we move up in prices here at $25, we're way over here. Work down, and then we're at a supply of 11. So that's a review of supply and demand, that which we learned in previous sections back when we were in the classroom. And so what we are going to do now is take a look at how these two interact together, and we will be very interested in this point right here, and we'll be very interested in the situation that occurs here where we have demand at one particular price and supply at another, and we're going to want to learn about all of this area here. And then also when we have a supply or a price at $10 and the supply is here and the demand is way over here, then we're very interested in this section of the graph right here. And so we'll learn what it is and how it gets adjusted in the next couple videos. So that'll conclude video 1 of an introduction to equilibrium, the interaction of demand and supply in the marketplace.